Humanitarian Affairs and Social Development. I have the topic, roles of CSOs and stakeholders in democratic stability. Because of time, I will want to quickly peruse it and go through it quickly without wasting much of our time. We talk of CSOs. It's an acronym. There are many CSOs. In the security sector, we have them. So, but in this our purpose, when I receive it, I say CSO. Well, in this our setting here now, I define it as civil society organizations. So that is the meaning we have to have in our minds. Just as you cannot just define a sociological term or any concept and let it have a generally acceptable definition. So there is a problem of definition concerning civil society organizations. But according to Holloway, cited in Fidelis 2019, he defined it as citizens associating neither for power nor for profit. They are the third sector of society, complementing government and business. They are the people who constitute civil society organizations. Democratic stability. This refers to the stable and progressive movement or conditions that make democratic institutions and system of governance to continue to thrive smoothly without any forceful or sudden changes that are detrimental to the whole system. Nigeria in this current democratic dispensation since 1999 have enjoyed democratic stability. There has not been any coup and there will not be any coup in Nigeria again forever. So what are the roles? For civil society, they have made significant contribution to the sustenance of democracy in Nigeria. This is made possible from the combinations of activities and programs on the roles undertaken by them and stakeholders. And if we want to understand stakeholders, stakeholders are also those who are working together with CSOs. Like INEC is a stakeholder in election, because any Great Child Foundation now or Rotary, they are interested in election. So INEC is also a stakeholder in whatever they do. So they work hand in hand. One cannot imagine a democratic dispensation today without the critical role that civil society organizations play, sometimes referred to as the third sector. Civil society organizations emerge as non-state movements that subjected government to scrutiny. In contemporary Nigeria, according to Suleiman et al., the democratic atmosphere and freedom it brings to the citizens lead to the proliferation of several civil society organizations, such as CLO, National Committee of Democratic Lawyers, Constitutional Rights Projects, etc., which were formed to press for democracy, good governance, peace, justice, and protection of human rights. We have heard much about human rights today. So according to a report, The Future Role of Civil Society, in quote, that is the title of the report by Civicus in 2013. Civil society roles are varied and can include: they act as watchdog, that is holding institutions to account, promoting transparency and accountability; advocates, raising awareness of societal issues and challenges and advocating for change; service provider, delivering services to meet societal needs such as education, health, food, and security; implementing disaster management, preparedness, and emergency response; experts, bringing unique knowledge and experience to shape policy and strategy, and identifying and building solutions. Capacity building, providing education, training, and other capacity building. They also act as incubator, maybe developing solutions that may require a long gestation or payback period. Representative, giving power to the voice of the marginalized or underrepresented. Citizenship champion, encouraging citizen engagement and supporting the rights of citizens. Solidarity supporter, promoting fundamental and universal values. Diviner of standard, creating norms that shape market and state activity. So those are the type of roles. But let me analyze all this in just 5 headings quickly. Let's take, we have accountability and transparency. We have political participation and education, human rights, peace and justice, and humanitarian services. For accountability, civil society organizations act as watchdog and perform this role by involving and contributing to the struggle of ensuring accountability and transparency in governance. We have groups like SERAP, Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project. We have the Transparency International in Nigeria. We have the Integrity Group. So all this, they keep government to account and transparency. Civil society can play a role in checking, monitoring, and restraining the exercise of power by the state and holding it accountable. This function can reduce political corruption, which is pervasive in emerging democracies. Quickly, let me see political participation and education. Civil society organizations can supplement the role of political parties in encouraging people to get involved in politics, especially as voters in elections. Political participation strengthens the legitimacy and the institutionalization of democratic government, which are essential for consolidation. Civil service are involved in civic and moral education of the citizens. Enlightenment campaigns are carried out during election period to educate the people about candidates and political parties. These are done by CSOs. Let's quickly go to human rights. We have heard much about human rights. Civil society's role in empowering the people is well recognized. Civil society organizations in many democracies perform the function of representing the interests and asserting the rights and power of the people. Many provide free legal services to citizens when their rights are being trampled upon by repressive regimes. They challenge legislations and other ill-advised policies of government that go contrary to the rights of the citizen, whereby without their interventions, many rights will be abused and denied. Democracies are measured and assessed by the human rights enjoyed by common people of countries. Let's see peace and justice. CSOs, many of them are in the vanguard of championing the cause for peace and justice in society. Like Rotary is doing, they are complementing the state institutions and apparatuses to ensuring peace, security, and justice. Humanitarian services. Many CSOs are providing humanitarian services to the vulnerable groups in the society today, especially in the northeast geopolitical zone as a result of the insurgency ravaging the zone. They are giving empowerment of all sorts in skills acquisition, in material, in training them in trade and economic trade and craft that will improve their socio-economic well-being in order to escape from the scourge and net of poverty. A lot more are into other areas of disaster responses, special needs, social development, to help those in need. So the ministry which I come from, the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, which was established in on October 21st, 2019 by President Muhammad Buhari has the mandate to develop humanitarian policies and provide effective coordination of national and international humanitarian interventions. Also to ensure strategic disaster mitigation, preparedness and response, and manage the formulation of fair-focused social inclusion and protection programs in Nigeria. So as government machinery, we welcome CSOs, partners, to work with the ministry, just as we are partnering with this foundation now. And for the ministry to partner with you, you have to come to register, free of charge. But you have to satisfy some document conditions before we can recognize you, because it's government thing. You cannot just be operating without any legal backing. This paper are limited it to just discussing only the roles of CSO because of time, and have not considered other aspects of criticism, maybe challenges facing CSOs in their environment of operation. So you may not want to ask me, why is CSO doing this? Why are they not doing this? It's just to focus on the role they perform, different roles, which have been explained. In conclusion, oftentimes the roles of CSO is misinterpreted. Hence, people conceive them as self-seeking and self-centered organizations, which are bent on maximizing only the interests of their members at the expense of the citizenry. A close look at the activities of these CSOs will, however, reveal that they have made significant contributions to the sustenance of Nigeria's democratic project. So, as the country is approaching another season of electionary campaign, prelude to the general election in 2023, I want to enjoy civil society organizations to be more awakened to educating the citizenry on their importance and act and participation as electorate in deciding the outcome of the elections, devoid of violence, electoral malpractices, and vote buying. This will therefore complement government's effort and the president's promise of conducting free and fair and credible elections in Nigeria. Thank you for listening.